Now let us prove the converse of midpoint theorem of the chapter 8, and the statement of this theorem is the line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to another side bisects the third side. So in this theorem, given a triangle ABC and E is the midpoint of AB given. One side midpoint is given this time, and the line drawn through E, this line is parallel to BC. This is given to us, and we have to prove that this F is the midpoint of AC. We have to prove that one side midpoint is given and the line this is parallel to the second side, then it bisects the third side also, means AF is equal to CF. This time we have to prove this. So for proof we have to prove this. For doing this we will do some construction. We will draw a line. This line is parallel to BC. This is already given, but we will draw one more line CD which is parallel to BA. Right? CD we have taken. This is point D, and the CD line is also parallel to BA. Now let us start the proof. Or we can say this line CM we can produce, and this line CM is parallel to BA. We have done the construction. Draw CM parallel to BA, and this line on producing EF line cut this line at D. Now let us start the proof. CM is parallel to BA. This implies the CD is also parallel to the part of BA, that is BE, because CM is parallel to BA, and this implies CD is parallel to BE. Also given EF is parallel to BC, given EF parallel to BC, it implies its extended line is also parallel to BC. This implies ED is parallel to BC. Now see these two lines which are parallel to each other. CD is parallel to this and ED is parallel to this. Two pairs of opposite sides are parallel. Hence it's become as two pairs of opposite sides are parallel. This implies this becomes hence BCDE is a parallelogram. BCDE is a parallelogram. It means their opposite sides are also equal. Take the opposite side. EB is equal to DC. This implies EB is equal to DC because opposite sides of parallelogram are equal. You can write the reason like this. EB is equal to DC, but EB is equal to AE also. It is given E is the midpoint. Right? E is midpoint. So this part is equal to this part. But EB is equal to this side also we have proved. So EB is equal to this and EB is equal to this. What it implies, these two are also equal to each other. So DC and AE are equal to each other from these two. Right? Now we will prove the triangles congruent. Now in triangle AEF and triangle CDF. Now we will prove these two triangles congruent. We have given angle F, we will draw 1 and angle F this side 2. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2 because vertically opposite angles. Second, as these are parallel we have taken, and this is a transversal line, this implies angle 3 is equal to angle 4. This angle and this angle. Angle 3 is equal to angle 4 because alternate angles is a side R we have taken by construction, they are parallel. So alternate angles are equal. And the third point, we call it equation 1, as we have proved AE is equal to DC. AE and DC are equal, as we have proved from equation 1 just proved above. We can write it as equation, or we can write just proved AE and DC are equal. Now two angles and one side, but it is not the including side. Angle, angle, and side this time is here. So angle, angle, side congruency rule. These two triangles are congruent to each other. And by CPCT, we can take the side this. EF is equal to DF and AF is equal to FC. We have to prove F is a midpoint, so we'll take AF third side and is equal to CF by CPCT, and hence proved that F is a midpoint of the third side of AC. Hence this is the theorem.